You know the bear? Big bear? And Tick looks scared now. He knows the bear full well. Grey Cat's ears even prick up. And he looks around. So does Tick. Yes, it's Longtooth. The bear? Where's the bear? Where? Don't worry. Don't worry, Tick. The bear's not here. The bear is a long way away. I sense him, but he's a long way away. You know the scars on his leg, his hind leg? Yes. He's bald, like me, back there. Yes, he's bald, like me. This did it to him. This is called a bear trap. Sharp, like a mouth, sharp teeth, grabbed him by his legs. He came to me, almost dead. Why didn't you kill him, Bakari? Yes, he nearly killed me once. Tick, your friend. You should have killed him and then he wouldn't have nearly killed me. Tick, I'm not like you. I am part of this forest now. It is like a circle. You remember that lesson, Tick? Tick rolls his eyes. Yes, shapes. Yes, I remember, Bakari. This forest is like a circle. Everything connected. Even the bear. The bear, me, you, the wolves, and the squirrels, Tick. We're all connected. I rarely use my powers to save creatures in this wood. But the bears are rare. And perhaps. And I see that one day that bear has its part to play in this wood. Or it did. Or it has. Or it will be. It had to live. So I took this thing off it. Now it is yours, Dick. Be very careful. You open the jaws very carefully until you hear a tick. A tick. A clack. And then you hide it. And when someone steps on it, the jaws close. Make sure you're not near a tick when that happens. Your little legs, your little arms come clean off. Not like the bear. So, I guess maybe there's a leather strap on it. And Tick throws it over his back, clanks. He doesn't like it, I don't think. He might even dispose of it at one point, but for now, he does what he's told. He's learned to do as he's told around Bakari. There are benefits to doing what you're told with Bakari. Some lessons are good, some are bad. Didn't like the lesson around shapes, but I'm sure he sees Bakari as a friend, a mentor. So he's gonna listen to him. He's gonna take the better track. So I think we need to get going. So I think we'll call that the end of the scene. I think we know what's happened to the pack. At least Tick knows that they've been taken by the humans. Maybe some dead, maybe some alive. I think we've done that one. But now follow trail save the pack. I guess we need to add draw a card number 4. We need to add the humans. Human hunters, or what do you call them? Pioneers? Who are the people that trailblazers, pioneers, prospectors, going out and claiming new territory. So the expected scene, I think, is Tick following the trail until you can see them, at least see them, the humans in the distance. So does that scene go as planned? So draw a card, and yes, scene setup, chaos factor 5. Although I guess was I in control of that opening scene? Didn't know really what was going on. He found out a lot. But did it go as expected? I don't think so. Now he woke up in complete chaos, didn't he? Actually, so his whole world's been turned upside down. He's learnt about humans, elves. That the world is bigger than this little glen and forest that he lives in with the wolves. That Bakari used to be an elf. Bakari's womb isn't always a nest. Sometimes it has things inside it. And that the bear, Bakari, could have killed the bear, but didn't take the chance. Saved him for another day. So I think it's chaos factor 6, but that still leaves us with the expected scene. So Grey Cat nose to the floor, occasionally sniffing the air. Deep forest, but I think it soon even becomes clear to Tick, who doesn't have the same kind of smell as Grey Cat. And what time? Let's say when he came round, it was late afternoon, so hurting Tick's eyes. Really, he's nocturnal and goblins in Forbidden Lands, but starting to get to dusk now, so it's getting a bit darker, and even Tick is starting to see the signs that these humans have just left carnage, broken twigs. Even Tick can start to smell them now. Perhaps they've got horses with them, so horse dung, and both Tick and Grey Cat get down, give that really good sniff, and Tick gets some on his hand and scat, and recognises, and looks at Grey Cat. Deer? No, it's not deer. Not a meat eater. No. So he's seen this broken twigs and something strange. I think. Let's ask the GM emulator. Have they got a cart with them, or is it just horses? Although if we're in a deep forest, I think it's maybe unlikely that they've got a cart with them to get it that deep into the forest. But let's say it's very unlikely. 3 cards. All the yeses, no. So there's a no. So no, they haven't got a car. Are they just on horseback? I think that's probably likely. 2 cards and a yes. Yes. That's just a straight yes. So yes, they've. That's why there was horse dung. They are just on horseback. There's no car with them. So if they've caught up with them, let's ask what's happened. Can Tick and Grey Cat now see the wolves, or what has become of the wolves? And perhaps this is a scouting role. So
scouting. What did I say? So Tick has a scouting of 1 and a wits of 3. So 3 white. No, can't quite tell from this distance, but can Grey Cat? Now, Grey Cat might not be able to communicate this, but perhaps Tick can pick up from how Grey Cat reacts to what she can see, to what's happened to the pack. So Grey Cat rolls 5 for scouting. Yeah, she gets 1, 6. So she spotted the wolves. Are the wolves dead? Have they been? Because these hunters need to transport them somehow. Are the wolves dead? Actually, let's ask the GM emulator, what are they? Why have they taken the wolves? Stop wishes. Stop wishes. Stop wishes. They have been wishing and wishing and wishing that things will change, that maybe their hunting grounds have just been decimated, that because of the red mist they couldn't go far, it was becoming pointless, maybe even starting to starve, couldn't make a living. These hunters were bringing scraps back to the table, just enough to survive, not enough to make extra money, sell pelts, things like that. And finally they've been able to stretch out and go further afield, and it's been rewarded. They've started to find all sorts of creatures and wealth that they've gained from these new pelts and meat that they've brought back. So they stop wishes. They don't need to wish anymore. This is their business. This is so yeah. They've come for the pelts. They've come to get rich. So that would make me think that they've killed them. If they're gonna, they would have skinned them there and then. But is there another reason that they might want to keep some alive? What would that reason be? Befriend intrigues. There's someone perfect. There's someone who's got an interest in these wolves. They wouldn't normally do this, and perhaps they're a bit pissed off. They're a bit peed off about having to do this. They don't. It's risky. They've had to buy new equipment. But a few of these wolves. Let's just roll. Red is how many they've killed. White is how many they've kept alive. Killed 4. So they've got 4 pelts. Skinned them, 4 pelts. But they've got 3 still alive. In chains. Being dragged behind them. So Tick can't see this. But he sees from Grey Cat's reaction. Grey Cat hangs its head, ears drop, tail goes. In fact, Grey Cat sees it first, where they've skinned them. So they must have dragged some of the bodies off, and it's Grey Cat that spots them first. He pushes into some bushes with maybe Tick's not riding him at this moment because he perhaps got off to because they'd seen the humans in the distance. Maybe that's why they've caught up, because they slowed down next to the river to skin these wolves, and Greycat pushes through these bushes down to the river, and there are the skinned corpses of 4 of the pack members, and both Greycat and Tick rush over, and maybe Greycat's about to howl actually in despair. Does Tick get there in time to maybe grab Greycat by the snout and muffle the agonised howl of Greycat, having seen 4 of its pack completely skinned? First of all, does I'm presuming Tick would react like that, but does Tick even can he even hold his breakfast down on seeing this? I mean, I suppose Tick has killed things to survive with the pack. They must have hunted things down, devoured them, but to see your family in that way, I think what I'm thinking here is, I don't know if the rules are designed to do it this way, but it kind of makes sense to me. His endurance versus his empathy. I'm going to roll his empathy first, which is 3 dice. One fail actually. So what does that tell us then? That no, he's numb. That not only that he's numb to this. Now let's see if his survival. Sorry, his endurance, which is 1 plus his strength, so 5. Yeah, two successes. So that his survival kicks in. He's a little bit numb to this. Don't know why. To what he's just seen. Maybe it's life and death. It's what Bakari's taught him. The cycle of life. He's seen massacred animals before, not his pack. So maybe if he had time to think about this, it would upset him. But his survival's kicked in, so he grabs Greycat's snout just as he sees his neck leaning back in the telltale sign that it's about to happen. He grabs his snout. No, Greycat, no. Shh. Greycat snaps to her senses. She knows that signal from Tick. She's hunted alongside Tick. And he attacks. Shh. It's Tick's signal that they need to be stealthy. They need to be quiet. And in fact, let's do that now. Now that they've spotted the hunters, and now Tick's fully aware of what they're capable of. Use Greycats. Which is 3. Stealth 3. So we're a group. Let's roll the lowest. And no, that's the fail. So let's say that despite Tick getting there in time to muffle the howl, Greycat does let out a howl, and so actually we've got to roll it against the scouting of the humans. So that was actually 1 fail. So there's a character, an NPC from the Hollows, which I've decided is nearby, and it's recommended in the books that you start close to the Hollows. But there's a gamekeeper actually called Vike. Now he doesn't say what his scouting is, but he has got the wits of 3, so I think he's going to roll 3 dice as well for his scouting. So he didn't get any successes, but he didn't get a fail like Grey Cat. So I think that means that the scout isn't successful in hearing this whimpered howl. But Grey Cat and Tick aren't particularly stealthy right now, so if they want to sneak anymore, they will have to try and attempt sneak a stealth roll again, I presume. End of that scene. They definitely found out what's happened to the other wolves. Thread list up. Follow the trail. Yeah, so they've done that. Followed the trail. Now they just need to save the pack. So, how are they going to save the pack? Well, now that I'm learning about stealth, I've just been reading about ambush. So Tick and Grey Cat are going to attempt to get past them, ahead of them, and ambush this group of humans and try and rescue the 3 remaining wolves that have been left alive. So I think I'm going to take the decision that with stealth, because I'm playing solo, this game is going to be tough enough, I think, for me. And Tick has got an amazing stealth ability, where Grey Cat has only got 1 of 3. Normally you're supposed to roll the lowest in the group, but I'm going to play it that Grey Cat follows Tick, does as Tick tells him. So I think I'm gonna use Tick's roll. I do feel a bit uncomfortable about that, but see how if I win at stealth too often and it just gets ridiculous, I might change that. But for now, let's see how that goes. So the plan is for Tick and Grey Cat to bypass this trail, and they know this forest quite well, and get ahead of the hunters. So we need to set up an ambush. So yeah, so we'll do the stealth roll for that. So let's ask the GM emulator, do Tick and Grey Cat successfully bypass this group without them seeing them and get ahead of them? Or should we do it through the scene? So that's the expected scene. That's the expected scene. We need to change the chaos factor. So I think they were pretty much in control that scene. They were successful in tracking down, following the trail. They were successful in discovering what's happened to the pack. So I'm going to knock it back down to 5. It wasn't a very nice discovery, but at least they were in control of what was happening. And 1 to 6 is expected. So it is an expected scene which was setting up the ambush. So Tick and Grey Cat are laying in ambush. One, the horses and the men are trailing through the wood, making all sorts of noise. Not difficult to know that they're coming. They don't seem to care that they're making so much noise. The occasional howl from the three wolves, and maybe the whip. Yes, a whip. And a whimper from the wolves, and then more growling as they're dragged along with the chained packs grumbling from the hunters complaining, and the gamekeeper complaining that they've got to bring these wolves back alive. Ticks on one side of the track, bow ready. Grey Cat is a low, grumbling growl, ready to pounce at the hunters. So the rules are: I have to roll for stealth. I think I will stick with the rules. See how this goes. So Grey Cat has got a stealth 3, I believe. Yeah, Grey Cat's got stealth of 3, but when you're lying in ambush, you get a bonus of 2. So Grey Cat is rolling 5 dice, and we get 1 success. 1 success, and let's say Vike is the leader of the hunters, and Vike has wits of 3. So he's just rolling 3 dice. Now he needs to get more than 1 success to successfully see this ambush, and he does. He gets 2. He spots it. He's experienced. There might be a lot of grumbling going on. So Grey Cat and Tick don't get a free attack here. So this is my first battle. So I need to get my initiative cards. So Vike sees, pulls. Maybe let's say Vike is on horseback. No, because the pelts are all on the back of their horses, so he's pulling along. Whoa! And he draws his sword. Ambush! Maybe he just sees Grey Cat first, being the least sneaky of the two, and then spots something in the bushes on the other side. Maybe he shouts out, "Wolf! What? Goblin!" And maybe they all look around. Goblin wolf riders! Didn't know these wolves belong to goblins. Maybe that's an advantage to Tick, not that he knows it. But yeah, let's do the initiative.